Hello everybody. In today's lesson we are going to start exercise 6.4 where we are going to learn how to compare fractions. Now fractions can be compared with respect to two things. Number one is the denominator and the other one is the numerator. So first we will learn how to compare fractions by looking at their denominator. Now when there are two fractions with the same denominator, like suppose 2 by 5 and 1 by 5. This means if there is a chocolate bar and it is divided into 5 equal parts, and 2 by 5 means 2 parts of the 5 parts, and 1 by 5 implies that again if the same chocolate bar is divided into 5 equal parts and it is only one part of the 5 equal parts. So which one is more? Obviously this one, because here you are having two pieces of the chocolate and here you are having only one piece of the chocolate. So this means when the denominators are same, the fractions are compared looking at the numerator. So and the fraction with the greater numerator is the greater fraction. So 2 by 5 is a greater fraction than 1 by 5. So I repeat, when denominators are same, the fraction with the greater numerator is the greater fraction. But when we compare it with respect to the numerators with the same numerator, suppose we have here 2 by 5 and here you have 2 by 3. So here the chocolate bar will be divided into 5 equal parts, and here the chocolate bar will be divided into 3 equal parts only. So you can very well understand this is 2 part of it and this is also 2 part of it. So you can very well understand if the numerator is big, then the size of the pieces is very small, and if the numerator is small, then the pieces are big. So if you are having two-thirds of a chocolate, that means you are having two big pieces, and if you have 2/5 of a chocolate, then you have a two smaller pieces. So when numerators are the same, then the fraction with the greater numerator is the lesser fraction. Okay, so let me compare again. Suppose we have taken 2 by 5 and 1 by 5. So since the denominators are same, we will compare the numerator. So higher the numerator, greater is the fraction. But if the same thing we have, suppose 3 by 7 and 3 by 4. So if the numerators are same, which is the greater fraction? The one with the lower denominator. So this is the higher one. Okay. So let us do some exercise. Exercise 6.4, question number 1, subpart 1. Oh, okay. Let me write over here for you. If denominators are equal, then the fraction with the greater numerator is the greater fraction. It's just the opposite. It's just the opposite when the numerators are same. If numerators are equal, then the fraction with the greater denominator is the smaller fraction. Okay, so let's start with the exercise. Question number 1, subpart 1. You have to give the sign greater than or lesser than by comparing these two fractions. Now see, these two fractions, we have the same denominator, so we will look into the numerator. So same denominator, the higher numerator will be the bigger fraction. Okay, and let's do question number 2. 2 by 7 and 2 by 5. Let me write down number 4 also. I will do number 4. 4 by 7 and 4 by 9. So you have to compare them and write down. So same numerator, so the fraction with the greater denominator will be the lesser fraction. Okay, and here the numerators are also again same, so one with the greater denominator will be the lesser fraction. Okay, now let's do question number 2. 2 is again the same thing, but here you have to put an appropriate sign, either lesser than or greater than or equal to sign. So here you have to check for equality also. So let's start with subpart 1. Okay, let me write down all the questions that I'm going to do. 1 by 5 and 1 by 2. Question number 2, we will do 2 by 4 and 3 by 6. Now see, in these two questions we don't have equal numerator. In this one we have an equal numerator, so when the numerators are equal, the one with the greater denominator will be the lesser fraction. So this is simple. But see the next one, you don't have either equal numerator or denominator, so that means you have to reduce them to the simplest form and then compare. Okay, so see here we can reduce using the HCF method. So this one is 2 ones are 2 and this 2 twos are 4, so the first fraction becomes half, and this again, this 3 ones are 3 and 3 twos are 6, so again this one becomes half. So basically they are equivalent fractions, so we will give equal to sign. So this is your answer. So I repeat, when the numerators or neither the denominators match, then we have to bring them or make them into a like fraction, either by reducing to the simplest form or by just converting into a equivalent fraction with same numerator or denominator and then compare. You cannot compare two fractions whose numerators are also different and denominators are also different. So let's do this question, next question number, where we will learn to do that. This is question number 3, subpart 1. Compare 5 by 9 and 4 by 5. Now see, there is no way by which we can reduce them to simplest form and bring to a common denominator or numerator. So in both the cases I have to convert them to like fractions. So if you remember, How did we convert the fractions to live fractions? First we found out the LCM of the denominators. So let us find out the LCM of the denominators. So since they are co-prime numbers, the LCM will be 45. So 5 by 9, something has to be done, that the denominator becomes 45, and again 4 by 5, something should be done, so that the denominator becomes 45. Now how will 9 become 45? If we multiply it with 5. So if we are doing it with the denominator, we have to do it to the numerator also. So we have 25 by 45. Now again 4 by 5, again if 5 is multiplied by 9, we get 45. So the same thing, we have to do it in the numerator to keep the fraction unchanged. If we don't do this, then the fraction will change. The numerical value of the fraction will change if we don't do this together to the numerator as well as denominator. So this one is 36. Now see, both of them have the same denominator. So the one with the greater numerator will be the greater fraction. So 36 by 45 is greater than 25 by 45, or 36 by 45 means what? 4 by 5 is greater than 5 by 9. This is your answer. Okay. I will do the next sum also with you. 3 sub part 2. Compare 9 by 16 and 5 by 9. So again 9 and 16, they are co-prime numbers. You don't have any common factors. So you have to find out. So the product of 9 and 16 will be the LCM of these two numbers, denominators. So that will be, let us find out the product. 16 into 9, 9 6 are 54, 9 ones are 9, and 5 will be 14, so 144. So 9 by 16, we have to do some multiplication so that the denominator becomes 145, and again 5 by 9, again some multiplications to be done to make it 144. So 16 when divided by 9 will become 144. So we have to do it in the numerator also. So this becomes 81. Again here the numerator and denominator both have to be multiplied with a common number. 9 into 16 is 154. So in the numerator also we have to multiply it with 16. So what will that be? 80, right? So now you see they have the same. Now if you compare them, you will see that they have the same denominator, right? So this is also 144, this is also 144. Now when the denominators becomes the same, then we can just compare the numerators. The one with the higher numerator will be the higher fraction. So we know that 81 by 144 is greater than 80 by 144, or 81 by 144 is equivalent to which fraction? 9 by 16. 9 by 16 is greater than 5 by 9. This is my answer. Okay. Now in question number 4, it is the same thing, only that this fill in the blanks is given over here. You have to do it in this method and put the correct sign. So question number 4, subpart 1 and 3 can be done for homework. Okay. Now let us come to the next question, which is question number 5. Question number 5, they've asked you to arrange a few fractions in the descending order. Okay, what are the givens? We'll do so part 1, 5 by 17, 4 by 9 and 7 by 12. So we have to find out the LCM of the denominators, 17, 9 and 12. See, 17 is a prime number that will go till end, so the rest we can do. Again 3, 3 17, 1s are 4s are. Then we'll take a 2, again a 2, and then a 17, right? So what is the LCM? The LCM is equals to 3 3s are 9, 9 4s are 36, 36 into 17. So you can do this calculation in the rough column and you can find out the LCM. Okay, now let's see. So that will be 612. Now we have to convert each one of these fractions into like fractions. 4 by 9 and 7 by 12. So these are, if all of them we have to write it in this way. The denominator has to become 612. 612. Now let me write the numerator and denominator in all the cases. Now let's see how it can be done. Now see here, 17 into how much is 612? Look in this column, this area. What do we have? We have 17. So we have 17. We have 17. Then what do we need? The rest. 3 3s are 9, 9 4s are 36. So this will be 36. So here also it should be 36. Next one. 9 into how much will be 612? Come back here. You have how much? 9. How much is left? So the 3 3s are 9. So rest is left. 2 2s are 4. 4 into 17 will be the rest. I mean, if you have to get 612, this 612 has been obtained by multiplying these numbers, isn't it? So 9 into how much is 612? So 9 is, these two make up 9. So what will be the other number which should be multiplied with 9 to give you 612? So that will be 68, right? So this should also be 68. Then 12 into how much is 612? Now how to find out that one? See, let us make 12 from here. 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12. So these three numbers make up 12. So what is left? 17 into 3 is left. So 3 into 17 is 51. So this will be 51. So this one also has to be 51. Okay. Now let's multiply each one of them. You can do this in the rough column. This will become 180. This is 180. Then you have 4 into 68, which is 272. And the last one you have 7 into 51, which is 357. Now that all the three fractions have been converted to like fractions, you can now compare the fractions on the basis of the numerators. Now which is the highest? Now in question number 5, there you have been asked to arrange them according to the descending order. Descending order means from the highest to lowest. So which is the highest number over here? 357. So you know that 357 by 612 is greater than, you will write in this way, 272 divided by 612 is greater than 180 divided by 612. Or see, I don't have place over here, you can write in the next line, you just replace them with the actual fractions. Or you can write, instead of 357 you will write 7 by 12 is greater than 4 by 9 is greater than 5 by 17. Okay, now let us do question number 6. In question number 6 we will do subpart 1. Here in this question you have to arrange in the ascending order, that means from minimum to maximum. So let us find out the order first. 7 by 8, 15 by 16 and 5 by 6. So let us find out the LCM of the denominators first. 2 4s are, 2 8s are, 2 3s are, 2 2s are, 2 4s are, 2 3s are, 2 1s are, 2 2s are, 2 3s are, 2 1s are, 1s are, 3 3 1 1. Okay, so what is the LCM? 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16, 16 3s are 48. Okay, so all these fractions have to be converted to a fraction, equivalent fraction, whose denominator is 48. We will write just like this, just the way I'm doing it now. In the copies also you have to do it in this way, and if you do it in this order, the way I'm doing one by one, you will never get your sums wrong. So for all, the denominator will be 48. Okay, you need not use a different color of pen. This I'm doing it to show it prominently. Again, then you have to give this one 7 into 8 something, 8 into something, 15 into something, 16 into something. Okay, we will find out that one. Okay, now let's find out. 8 into what is 48? 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8. 8 6 are 48. Because see, 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8. So 8 is done here. So you're left with 6. So here also it will be 6. So that will be 42. 16 into how much is 48? That we know, that's 3. So it's quite simple. So this will be 45. And 6 into 8 is 48. So 5 into 8, that is 40. So now that you have all of them, you can simply write down in the order. Now in question number 6, you have to arrange in the ascending order. Ascending order means you are going up. So it is minimum to maximum. So which is the minimum? The minimum is 40 by 48. So 40 by 48 is the minimum. Which is the next one? 42 by 48. 42 by 48, which is less than 45 by 48. Or we can write in the next line, 40 by 48 is equivalent to 5 by 6, less than 7 by 8, less than 15 by 16. This is your answer. So your homework will be, this is for exercise 6.4. 4 subpart 1 and subpart 3, 5 subpart 2 and 6 subpart 2 and 3. Okay, thank you. I hope you've enjoyed this exercise and you will do your homework in time. Thank you.